I will not be denied. You will help seize the Bright Star. I sense a latent force ability within you. Follow me and I will instruct you in its ways. You will need the Force if you are to survive the path ahead.
One of my recent VR escapes is Vader Immortal Episode 2, and in this episode, which is very short, it's not a very long episode, you get to come face to face with Vader, and he trains you in some Force powers, and it feels pretty damn cool.
The Force is more powerful than you can possibly imagine. The Force reveals mysteries that make the weak turn away in fear. If the Force is truly your servant, you can unlock the secrets of life and death.
You get the ability to crush things and grab things and hurl things. And you also get some more mechanics out of your lightsaber, like the ability to throw your lightsaber at bad guys.
Infestation eradicated.
You have to fight lots and lots of robots, lots of droids. You also get to fight a giant beast, a giant creature that's coming at you and taking swipes at you. This is also one of those experiences. Lucasfilm and ILM aren't really talking about this as like it's a video game. This is one of those VR experiences where it's really trying to show you a little bit of what VR is capable of, so you can climb on rungs that are hanging from a ceiling or climb up ladders. And then, of course, you have the ability to, you can move along fairly slowly. I chose to have it in sort of the mechanics like I was playing it like a first-person shooter, but you can also teleport, and you can also use the choppy look around thing with your right stick on your Oculus touch controller. I try to make the mechanics feel as close to playing an FPS as I possibly can.
Pathetic.
The story of this game really is about you sort of taking control of your powers and trying to understand the real motivations of Vader, you're on the hunt for something magical and mystical and powerful. Things go wrong, as you could probably anticipate. You don't get a huge story, but, interesting characters, well-voiced, and of course the production value is incredible in here with everything kind of whizzing past your ears, and the fantastic voiceover. Maya Rudolph is the robot character in this game.
Captain! Over here! I can't believe it, Captain. You're alive. Whoa! There's a giant, a creature below you.
Interesting dialogue, some funny bits and stuff, but for the most part, this is kind of slight for a story-based escape. Certainly wouldn't hold it against you for wanting more, especially out of Star Wars and especially out of the creators involved with this thing, I think eventually when Vader Immortal is packaged up and all of the episodes are brought to you in one cohesive package, it's going to feel a lot more fulfilling. This one, it's like you finish it and you're like, okay, that's it. Oh. Okay, now we wait. And that's a little disappointing. There's no getting around it.
I'm not gonna lie, Captain. I thought for sure you were toast.
You do also get more out of the Lightsaber Dojo. They call it Lightsaber Dojo 2. And in the first game, you were really just getting the mechanics of hacking and slashing and beating up on all kinds of droids and stuff like that. This one, you get to use your Force powers. So you get to crush little creatures in your hands, and you get to grab them and hurl them at other creatures. And of course, lots and lots of hacking and slashing with the saber, and also hurling the saber at bad guys, which is fun. The enemies will come at you from all directions and from behind you, so you've got to constantly be whizzing around. It's exhilarating, and it's a great kind of way to, showcase the power of VR, but also your latent powers as the character that you're playing. And it's fun. It's a great addition to the package here, and presumably Episode 3 will give you even more opportunities to show off the horsepower of VR and the horsepower of your character. I'm digging where this is going so far, but I have to admit that I'm a little underwhelmed coming off of Episode 1, and of course I've been recently playing Asgard's Wrath, and that has taken my breath away. So completing Vader Immortal Episode 2 and playing in the dojo for a while, I was like, okay, this is an interesting toy, but it's certainly not blowing my mind. maybe even as much as the first Vader Episode 1 that I played, which I thought was a little bit more impressive.
Most impressive.
I'm going to give Vader Immortal Episode 2 a 7 out of 10.